can name a couple ways, baby, this shit might go.
Hi, I'm Kamisha, and I want to tell you guys a story about how I found out I'm pregnant and how I told my family. And I'm gonna put a little video in this video of like my family's reaction. So, I'm pregnant. I just turned 24 today, and I'm 13 weeks pregnant. So, story time. Me and my boyfriend, we're long distance and whatnot, and I'm in nursing school. So we weren't seeing that much of each other. We saw each other October, that Halloween weekend. And, I came home, in my normal routine. And my period was supposed to come on. And you guys know those, like, pre-menstrual cramps. Like, I don't know if everyone gets them, but I get, like, these premenstrual cramps that let me know, like, oh, girl, your period about to come on. And it's going to be a good one or it's going to be a bad one. Depending on how bad the cramps are, I know it's going to be bad. So, yeah, I was getting those cramps a few days before my period was due. And this might be too much information for some of y'all, but I had got a yeast infection. And if you guys don't know, a yeast infection is a sign, I believe, of you're pregnant. So I got that, I think, the week before my period was due, on top of the premenstrual cramps. So then, the day my period was due, no period came, and I was still getting the cramps, but the cramps were they were just so bad. Like, they didn't feel how they usually felt, but they felt like those, premenstrual cramps. Cause I would be bending over in pain, or trying to bounce, to distract myself from the pain. It would last 10, 20 seconds, but it would feel like forever, and it would come and go throughout the day. So, Tuesday comes, still no period, but I'm still getting the cramps. And at this point, my mom is a very worrisome person. So she was like, no, Misha, I think you need to go to the doctors because that doesn't seem normal. Usually you don't be bending over like that. And I was like, no, my period's coming. That's all it is. So then Wednesday comes, still no period. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, for sure. This happens to me before. Sometimes my period is late. It comes either 2 days early, 2 days late, 3 days late. One time my period was a whole 6 days late. So I didn't really think anything of it. So I went to the store, got my pads, and I stocked up on the pads. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need this money because I have a heavy period flow. I had a heavy period flow. So I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be I'm gonna be crippled for the next 7 days when they come on. So then Thursday comes, still no period, but still getting those cramps. And I was like, are you sure you're not pregnant? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Why would I be? That's impossible. Why would I be pregnant? Clearly, I'm getting the premenstrual cramps. My period is coming on. She was like, okay, but if it doesn't get better by Saturday, go to the hospital. So then Friday comes, and I'm still getting these horrible cramps with no period. And was like, no, you need to go to the hospital. You need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, no, I don't. My period's coming on any day now. This is normal. This has happened to me before. So I called my doctor's office, and I just wanted to get a doctor's opinion. And I told her my symptoms and what's going on. And she's like, is there a chance that she could be pregnant? And I was like, no, there's no way in hell. I didn't say no way in hell, but I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. She was like, okay, well then what it could be is an ovarian torsion where the ovaries turned on itself. And I do have a history of ovarian cysts. So when she said that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go to the hospital, because if it is that, I don't want to take any chances, because I need my ovaries. Because if I wasn't pregnant, which I didn't believe I was, I wanted kids in the future. So I get to the hospital, and I sign in. That was like the fastest emergency room wait that I've ever experienced. Told them my symptoms, told them my symptoms and stuff. They took my vitals. I peed in a cup. I think that's protocol for every female that goes to the hospital. So then they finally get me into a room, and then I change into my gown and all that stuff. And now we're just waiting for the doctor. Like, I think they came in again, and they drew blood and all that stuff. Then the doctor came in, and she was like, "Hi, I'm Heather. I'm Dr. Heather," and all this, introducing herself. And I was in the bed, just still laying there, like, "Hi, how are you? I'm Kamisha." Still on my phone, like, not thinking it's anything serious, because in order for them to even diagnose it that it's like an ovarian thing, they have to do an ultrasound. So I just was like nonchalant, and she came in and she was like, well, did they talk to you about your pregnancy test? I was like, no, they didn't. And I've had that happen to me before when I went in there for my ovarian cyst that ruptured. They asked me that before, and they came back. They were like, "Oh, it's negative," and I knew it would be. So I was expecting it to be negative this time. And she was like, "Well, it came back positive," and I jumped up so fast out of that bed and was like, "What? No. I was like, "Are you serious?" She was like, "Yeah," but then she got smart. She was like, "But I'm assuming you knew that though, or you had a feeling because you are late." And I was like, "No, not really, because I'm late sometimes." And she was like, "Yeah, so we're gonna run some more tests and make sure the pregnancy is in the right place and all that." And my mom was in there, and my great-grand-aunt, not my great-grand-aunt, my grand-aunt, my grandma's sister, was in the room. And mom was ecstatic. Like, my mom was so happy. My mom is in her older ages, so she wants grandkids. So she was ecstatic. And I was just sitting there in shock. And then I started texting my friends from school who I'm really close with, because they kept like joking with me, like, "Oh girl, you better not be pregnant." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And I was pregnant. So so I stayed in there and I did a test. For a while we thought it was an ectopic pregnancy. So we were more on the hush hush. My mom was more like paranoid than usual, because she's like, "Don't say anything or don't start thinking good things, because it could be ectopic." And if you guys don't know what ectopic is, it is a pregnancy that is in your tubes, your fallopian tubes. So thank God, after doing tests and blood work almost every week for the next like 4 weeks, it was confirmed that it wasn't ectopic. It was just way too early to see the baby, or what is it called? It's like a sac. See the sac on an ultrasound. So that's what it was. My cramps have gone away. Well, those horrible cramps have gone away. My cousins, like, we're a very protective family. So they knew that I was in the hospital, but they didn't know what I was in the hospital for. And she kept calling. She was like, "Misha, what's going on? Like, what are they saying about your leg?" Because I have a swollen leg, and it's a chronic issue. We recently found out. But I couldn't really tell her nothing, because I didn't know what to tell her. So she was like just up in arms, like, what is this hospital doing with you, and this and that. So when we got back to her house, she was like, She was like, so what's going on? And I was like, okay, sit down. And she's like a sister to me. So I was like, okay, Georgia, sit down. And I sat her mom down. Her grandmother, who's my grand aunt, who was already at the hospital, she already knew. So I was like, they didn't find anything wrong with my leg because they couldn't do anything about it because that's not why I was there. She was like, okay, then why were you there? And I was like, I was having bad cramps and I thought it was like an ovarian turgid, but it come to find out I'm pregnant. And they're like, oh my God, like they were happy. The reaction was good. But yeah, so Christmas, we told my other family members that were there for Christmas, and we told them doing trivia. So we play trivia every year at Christmas. And yeah, so I'm gonna insert the clip and let you guys watch it, and that will probably be the end of the video. So if you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. And if you are a new mom or you're pregnant and recently found out you're pregnant, comment in the section. Comment in the comment section and let me know. And if you have any tips and stuff, or you just want to talk about your pregnancy, yeah, let's do that in the comments. Or, you know, we could do that on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Kamisha Diana. Yeah, so that's how I told my family and how I found out. Bye.
Hey! Guys, let's give her attention. For a second, okay?
Here's the first question of the third round.
Oh my gosh,
Who's possibly naming?
Hang on, she's saying why?
No.
Go ahead.
Who's possibly naming their child Nova in July?
Nova. In July.
Who is possibly naming their child Nova in July?
Who's
Oh,
pregnant?
you caught me.
Who's pregnant?
That's what I'm saying. Who's Nova?
Who's Nova and who's pregnant?
That's what I'm saying.
So who's pregnant?
Time out.
There is no time. Only I can call timeout. Sorry.
Misha. The question's gone. Somebody.
Wait, are you buzzing?
Come on, man. It's coming down now.
I'm Misha.
Correct.
Oh, I got it.
So what that mean? Misha pregnant?
Wait a minute, yeah. Jackie, you should have known. Oh, Misha, you're pregnant. I am. So now I didn't think I found it. I need to press the buzzer, Jackie.
She hasn't had anybody. Everybody find out right now.
But Jackie, you can still press the buzzer. Oh, you ready to talk about the goose getting shoot now? You can press the buzzer. That should be in it.
Marty, please.